I want to learn AI to make serious money, finding your first $1,000 niche. So we're going to find a little small niche that can make you $1,000 a month first and then build up from there. So we're not trying to build $1 billion company out of the gate, not even trying to build $1 million company out of the gate. First, we need to make some money. $1,000 a month is a nice, easy place to start and it's very doable. First up, we need to find a niche. We're not necessarily looking for your business idea. We're not jumping straight to that. In fact, we are going out of our way to avoid doing that. A lot of people start with an idea they think is cool, something that they would love to see. We're not going to do that. We're instead going to find a market first and then build something for that market. This is probably the most important flip that you can make in entrepreneurship, is stop building stuff you think is cool. Just because you think it'd be a great idea and you would really love something that did XYZ does not mean that's good business. And I see so many people go wrong with this, that they will build something that they think is really cool and they're really passionate about, and then they take it out to market and nobody gives a damn. That's because they started with themselves rather than thinking about their customers. You're not selling to yourself, you're selling to your customers. Ignore things like follow your passion. It's a dumb piece of advice. If I was following my passion, I would be playing video games. Is that going to make me any money? No, probably not. So it's just because you're really into something is not enough. Yes, you need to be interested enough to work in that area for 12 or more hours a day because you get excited about it, but it does not need to be your passion. It's just a dumb way to start a business. So the market does not care about you. It does not care about what you want to do. It does not care about your passions or your interests. It cares about what can fix its problems, what can help the people, what will they buy that will make their life better in some way. And they're thinking about themselves. Remember that your customers are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. They do not care what you think. They do not care what your passions are. So we have to start there. So what we do is we don't start with, oh, I had a cool idea. Then we come up with business ideas. So if you actually look at the 10-week course I put together, week 3 is the business idea. You would have thought we work out our business idea up front, but no, we deal with that in week 3. So first we work out the market. Second, we start to talk to that market. We start to get into conversation using content. Third, once we have talked to enough people, we then come up with the actual business idea. So we do it later than you'd think. So I'm going to quickly run through a couple of ways that you can work out your market. So there's 5 different things, and we're going to filter down step by step. Start wide, and we're going to cut down until we are honed in on a particular niche. So the first day is discovery. Go wide across a whole bunch of different industries, a whole bunch of different markets. We're then going to narrow it down and look at particular problems and clusters of problems within your market. We're then going to work out within these problems and within these companies, what can we fix? So we've found some problems, what we can fix specifically with artificial intelligence. If the problem to fix whatever a competitor lacks is, oh, I need a team of 100 researchers, I need to be able to build data centers, stuff like that. We're going to fix problems that are easy to fix with artificial intelligence. Day 1, we're going to hunt for a boring idea. We're not going to chase something in a sexy market. We're not going to follow whatever somebody's telling us on Twitter. We're not going to follow some broccoli head boys TikTok saying that, oh, this is the industry you need to get into. We're going to find something very boring where people are willing to pay us money. Most of the money comes from boring problems from businesses, B2B, not from sexy B2C, business to consumer problems. If you are charging somebody $10 a month for a subscription from a consumer, it just takes a long time before you can build up to $1,000 a month. Whereas if you sell to businesses, you can easily sign your first contract at $1,000 a month, probably more. We're going to use a prompt like this in an agent. I'd recommend using something like Manus, but you could also put it into the deep research modes in ChatGPT or my favorite, Claude, and it's going to go off and do the research for you specifically. So it's going to look for boring businesses rather than exciting things. So it's not going to be things like AI for artists. I see so many people in this section. They're like, oh, I've built this cool tool for artists. Artists don't have any money. Do you want to make money? Sell to people who have money. Less interesting, less sexy, less fun? Yeah, sure. But if you want to make money, if that's your first priority with building a business, sell to people who already have money. Sell to industries where they have money. It's much easier getting paid by accountants and lawyers and professions like that who have disposable income than it is selling to individual artists. I'm not dunking on artists, but they do have less money than lawyers. We're going to find boring markets. We use an AI to do the agentic work for us. You don't need to do it yourself. Use a deep research model, and that's going to help you come up with a few different businesses you can focus on. What you're going to do though is you're going to give it your background, your work experience, because ideally it's something that you have knowledge of. Also give it a few industries that you're interested in. So you might be like sports and consulting and medicine, whatever. You're going to give it a couple of seed industries, which helps it hone in on the type of industries that you're interested in. 5 markets that interest me, even if they seem random. And then it's going to search for market opportunities that match my background, focusing on markets where businesses have expensive problems, communities where people complain about time-consuming tasks, evidence of current spending on solutions, growing trends in Google Trends, active discussions on Reddit. The agent's going to do that work for you. Starting a business nowadays is easier if you have the right prompts and tools like Manus, ChatGPT, Deep Research, like Claude. That is going to give us a handful of boring industries. It's going to avoid exciting things like crypto, social media, the kind of hot things that you see that are pushed down your throat all the time. They tend to be the ones that we want to stay away from. We want to find boring industries.